Great. So, hello.
Hi.
My name's Laurence.
Pleased to meet you, Laurence. I'm Ken.
Ken Midgley.
Yeah, Midgley, yeah.
Great. And you're from, where are you from?
Well, I'm originally from Barnsley. I live in Doncaster now.
Right.
I work for Doncaster Council.
Okay.
I'm a caretaker.
Oh, whereabouts?
Bentley Family Hub. They were formerly children's centres, but now they're called family hubs.
Family hoops.
Hubs.
Hubs.
Like this is a hub.
Okay. All right. And what? Oh, okay. So you're in. This is Bentley.
Bentley, yeah.
And is that the mine that you were?
No, I started my mining career at Yorkshire Main.
Right.
Mine. That's at Edlington.
Yeah.
But I did my pre-coal face training at Bentley.
Okay.
And I did my basic training at Armthorpe, Markham Main.
And how long ago was this? How long is this?
Wait,
You look very, very young. I have
Thank
to say.
you.
You're going to tell me you're 92 in a minute.
65.
Really? Your miners are so damn young. It's ridiculous.
It's all the hard work.
Yeah. Well, you'd think it'd be all that unhealthy environment, but it doesn't seem to be.
Well,
Very good. So you were at Yorkshire Main,
yeah.
and sorry, the dates were.
I was there as soon as I left school.
Right.
Left school Friday, Yorkshire Main Monday.
Dear me, just
Bit of a shock to the system.
a hell of a weekend.
Oh,
Was it a nerve-wracking weekend?
no, not
Exciting,
really. It's
isn't
just exciting, really, to get out and earn some money.
Yeah.
That's all I were interested in, money.
Do you go straight into the money, or you go straight into training? Does the money come with the training, or?
Oh, it's straight into money, yeah. You get that's what it's all about. Without
Yeah.
money, you're not there.
Yeah.
Yeah, get paid straight away, but you were on the surface initially, you know, before you don't go straight underground. But yeah, starting on surface as a supplying supplies to miners that were working underground, wooden pick props, that sort of thing, wooden chocks.
So this was these were this in the 70s or
69
69?
when I started there, and then after a while you're sent down underground, but you kept in the what they call pit bottom. You know, that's just at bottom at shafts, because you're too young then to be sent out into what they call districts, where coal faces.
Yeah.
But eventually, as you get older, then you're sort of sent out to them places to work.
So how long did you last? How long did your career in the mines?
Oh, 10 years at Yorkshire Main.
Right. And did you go anywhere else after that?
No, not mining.
So you left in 79?
Yeah, I went out to Australia.
Oh, really?
Emigrated.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Blimey. What was the
Yeah.
motive behind that?
Well, I think it was generally. My brothers were all miners. I'm fourth generation miner.
Fourth generation.
Yeah, my dad, my granddad, my great-granddad were all miners.
Wow.
They were miners in Barnsley, and we moved over here in 68, and they were all saying, you know, you want to get out at pits, and even though they all worked in them, and one of my brothers were a deputy at a pit in Barnsley, and there was an opportunity came up to go out to Australia, so I took that opportunity and went out there in 72, 73.
And what was the opportunity?
My brother-in-law worked at the steelworks out there, and I got a job out there, and
Be moving around, you don't?
yeah, got married just before I went out there. I got married at 19.
All right.
Still been married 46 years, something like
Wow.
that. Yeah, went out there. My eldest son was born out there. But then we came back in 76, something like that.
Where about in Australia were you?
Adelaide, South Australia.
Wow. And did you like it?
I liked it, but I missed home.
Right.
You know, I missed my family, and because we went out to wife's family, we were out. Some of her brothers and sisters were out there, but they all eventually come back. So
My brother lives out in Australia.
does he?
Yeah, I mean his wife has real problems with it. Really difficult to be away from family. He's quite happy being away from his family.
Yeah. Not very nice, is it? Yeah, I can understand it, but I think it's shrunk a bit now because of you've got. I mean, they did have telephones, but we didn't have a telephone back in them days. Yeah. Everything went by airmail, which took a month. Yeah. But now you can FaceTime people and all that, and It's
So you
well
really
shrunk a bit, you know.
You really felt the distance then.
Oh yeah, massively.
And was it considerably? Did it feel more expensive to get there then than it does now? Relatively speaking?
Cost me £5.50 to get there.
Well, how come? How did that?
Well, because I immigrated,
Okay.
assisted passage, and
Oh,
because I
really?
was under 19, I was still classed as a child. So it was just a case of buying a passport for dual passport for £5 and 50p for an injection.
Jesus Christ.
So it was basically free.
Who was subsidising that?
Australian government.
They wanted you over.
They wanted you over there to work, and they were paying for you to be taken out there. So that was.
Wow.
And if you come back within the first 3 years, you have to pay Australian government.
£5.50.
Yeah, you're fair, basically, yeah. So I had 3 years out there and then came back.
Gosh.
Bit of an eye opener and
Yeah.
grew up quick out there.
So it's more of an eye opener than staying in Yorkshire. The eye opener was.
Definitely, I've never been out of the country before. So
You suddenly had the sun.
suddenly, well, we went by ship. So the first port of call was Las Palmas in Canary Islands.
Wow.
Furthest I'd ever been was Cleethorpes. So it was a bit of a culture shock.
God. How did that work out then? How did it feel?
4 weeks on a ship. It was. Been on a rowing boat before, never mind a ship.
I mean,
so.
were you permanently full of butterflies? Were you permanently anxious,
No, just
tense,
excited. Couldn't wait. Yeah, loved it.
No excitement.
Lived like a king for 4 weeks.
Yeah. So it's like a floating hotel, was it?
Yeah. We were just a one-class ship, and it weren't just immigrants that were on there. There were fair-paying passengers on there. But it was brilliant. I went to miss it for the world.
And were you with other people doing the same thing?
Yeah. There were a few more immigrants on there. In fact, there were a couple from Mexborough, which is, west side of Doncaster, and we met them on Doncaster railway station because we were going down to Southampton to pick the ship up, and we met them on Doncaster station. The sort cases with our stickers on, and
Really?
of course got talking to them, and that was it. We became friends, and she was from Wunwell, his girlfriend, and he was from Mexborough, his kid, and we stopped friends ever since.
Really?
Yeah.
And did they come back?
No, they're still out there. Came back a few years back, and I knew we were coming back, so we met up, and we relived all this past, and that sort of thing. But yeah, he's still out there. He'll never come back now because his kids are grown up out there. And
I mean, did you have a quality of life out there that you?
yeah, quality, but there was a lot of work. It was 12-hour days.
So you were working in steel work.
Yeah, we're making corrugated sheeting, and it was 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. So you didn't really get chance to.
12 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Yeah.
No wonder
Yeah.
you came back.
Yeah.
But you didn't have a weekend.
We did get odd weekends, but it was full on all the time. And but I come back with 6,000 quid in 1970. It was quite a bit of money,
God, yeah.
So it really just like set me up, and
So
I went straight back to the pit.
Did you?
Yeah.
So, because that was the easiest way you could get a job?
Well,
or-
yeah, them days. I mean, there were plenty of jobs in Doncaster then, because you'd got all big factories here, international harvesters. There were all pits. There were 10 pits in Donny,
Yeah.
so there were 10 pits to go at. And failing all them, you could go to Scunthorpe Steelworks, because there used to be 2 buses go every day from Doncaster, outside library in Waterdale, to Scunthorpe Steelworks.
Really?
Yeah, so if you couldn't get a job in Donny, and you wanted a job, you go to Steelworks. But I
And a
went
lot of
back.
people seem to use go to the railway. as
Yeah. Well, I went to, when you left school, you either went to, in this case, in Donny, you either went to Plant, which is a railway, Plant Works,
Yeah.
which is gone now, or you went to Pit. And I went to Pit, and my mate, he went to Plant Works, the railway, as apprentice fitter.
Yeah.
And he were getting £3 a week wage
And what were you
in
getting?
his hand, and I were getting £6, 16 shilling.
Wow.
It's a bit like about £6.75.
So you were paid double.
Yeah, but I paid £3 board. We paid board in them days. I don't think these pay board now, do they? My kids never did.
Yeah.
Well, I paid half my wages in board.
Yeah.
I bet it's not a lot.
No, it's not a lot.
No, my kids never paid board, because my eldest lad, he went to uni, and I says, well, as soon as he's at uni, We couldn't help him financially, but I said I'll help him by. He don't pay board, so.
So where was his uni?
Leeds. He did a degree in environmental science.
Oh, wow.
But he's in telecommunications now. He's not even in that now. He's in oil and gas.
Environmental science to oil and gas.
Yeah.
So back to Australia. Your wife came with you. Your first son was born out there.
Yeah.
So you had time for all that.
Yeah.
And your lifestyle was better than it was. Were you suddenly shocked? Did you have a really nice house out there? And
Yeah, we did. Yeah, new car. But I was working, you know,
couldn't enjoy it.
just work.
Did your wife want to come back? Was she enjoying the life?
Yeah, her sister had come back, you see, and her brother had come back, so we were still out there with one of her sisters, and they decided they were going to come back, so I think we set the ball rolling. We all sort of come back then. But yeah, it was a good lifestyle. But if I'd have been working them hours here, it'd have been a good lifestyle. Yeah. But you've got the weather out there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's red hot all the time sort of thing. Just get cool in winter, but not like here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it were an experience, and you know, at least I did it. And
yeah, know what it's like, know what it's about.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, at that age, 19,
Gosh.
it was a big undertaking when I look back now.
So did you manage to trip around and see things, or did you?
We saw a bit, but not a great deal. So I say, we're always working. So,
yeah.
I mean, if I'd been doing it now, I'd be all over the country. But
yeah. Have you been out since?
No, I've never been interested, to be honest. And my eldest son, who was born out there, he's never been.
Really?
He's got Australian birth certificate and that, but he's never. Yeah, he's. I mean, he's travelled all over the world. Him. I mean, when he was single, he's married now, but he used to go out to Thailand a lot, all that, them places, backpacking and that. But he never went to Australia.
Wow.
But.
You ever seen him do a good sales pitch on it?
No. But yeah, that's just how it is. And I don't think it's as good as it was when we were out there. I think we had the best times, you know, financially as well. And jobs are a bit harder to come by, I think, now. And I don't think I think you can still. I don't think you can still emigrate, but I don't think they pay for your.
No.
You know, and I think you've got to have jobs and all that sort of thing now.
Yeah, my brother, it wasn't easy.
No.
To get out there. Had to qualify.
Yeah. But yeah, it's summertime. I look back on and think, well, I went and did it. And
so back to the mining. Then your first 10 years in '69. What sort of mine was it? What sort of mining was it that you were doing there? In the sense of, was it hand cut or was it?
No, it was machine cut.
Machine cut.
Yeah, they were all advanced faces, what they call advanced faces. 2 tunnels driven. Then they start cutting the coal. And 2 tunnels, and start cutting coal and advance the tunnels and advance the face. Whereas I don't know if you've heard of retreat mining.
Yes.
That's where they drive 2 tunnels to the boundaries, then start taking all that coal that they left in between the 2 tunnels. We never did retreat mining at Yorkshire, it was all advanced mining. But our what they call a contractor, tunneler, we were tunnelling. We were doing the driving where it had all caved in. You call back rips. And where all the roof and that had all caved in, we were renewing that you know, all that fallen debris, renewing it all.
You're renewing it? What do you mean?
Yeah, well, because it had all caved in, so all the girder work in the tunnels were all broken, bent. We were taking all that out, renewing the tunnels.
Wow. Quite important work then.
Yeah, because it had dropped down to this height, you know what I mean? You had to scramble through at places.
Was that quite dangerous, or?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you get weight come on, you know, you can hear it all banging above your head.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, we're half a mile down there at Yorkshire Main.
So you're dealing with the dynamics of geology.
Yeah, but the ones told us, you haven't got half a mile of rock above you that you're holding up with these girders. You're just holding a little bit round that. It's like if you've got a big lump of chalk and you put a drill through it, you know, that hole would stop there, it wouldn't cave in, you know what I mean? Yeah. And that's same as that, all that rock's solid.
It's solid rock, it's not like, it's not like you suddenly got
billions
of tons.
No. You'd have hundreds of tons above you.
Yeah.
and you get big voids above you, you know, and you can't leave them voids, they've got to be timbered up.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to get up on top of that girder and...
So what's the most dangerous aspect of that then? In the sense of what is the danger of that
Well,
work?
you've got roof falls, you've got gas, you know, explosions, that's a big thing.
Right.
I mean, the pit we were at, Yorkshire Main, it was a very gassy pit, you know, because we worked in what they call Barnsley scene,
Yes.
and very gassy, and times when we used to get what they call gas fast.
Gas fast?
Gas fast, you can't, they have methanometers that's taking gas readings, and if it goes above a certain level, you can't mine it. In case at least a little spark is enough to ignite something, so all the mining was stopped, and they send you to another part at mine. And it's all to do with atmospheric pressure.
Really?
Yeah. When you get them damp, miserable days, it pushes gas out at coal underground.
Is it?
Yeah. So all the deputies on the pit top on the morning used to take the readings out of what they call control room to see what the air pressure is.
Really? So...
I don't know how it works. I know if it's low pressure, it pushes the gas out of the coal. So that's more gas into mines.
God. You'd think it'd be high pressure, wouldn't you?
Well, whatever it is, one way or other, it pushes the pressure out of the...
Is that the air pressure having an effect on the surface, or is it air pressure getting into the mine?
I don't know if it's getting into mines or onto whatever, but it's... We were one part of our mine, we weren't cutting coal for weeks, and had to have all these monitors set up, and because it was that dangerous, you know, little spark, because you've got electric down there, you see.
Has it ever witnessed? Does it ever go wrong? Did it ever happen? The explosions?
Well, you won't be here if it goes wrong.
Oh, so it was very rare.
Very
Obviously,
rare, yeah.
You wouldn't.
We won't be here talking if it once that goes. That's. But you know, that's why they have fans down there. There's got fans that's blowing air around.
We also had this. I remember deep down. I've been to that museum, my museum. Even that pit, that incredible pit, that draft pit that sucks all the air through the whole mine.
That's right.
And you have all those doors that close and traps.
Air doors, yeah.
Air doors, yeah.
And you've got it going round in a circle, air. You know what I mean? And that's carrying all the waste gas away all the time.
Yeah.
But if them fans go off for any reason, then you can be in trouble, you know. So you've got to keep that airflow going. And you can always tell which way you're walking. If your light went out, you can tell with warm air on your face. If you've got warm air hitting your face, you're walking to face. Right. If you've got warm air hitting your back of your head, you're walking away towards out. So you could always get your way out.
God.
But yeah, you've all that to contend with, so...
Yeah. There's an incredible amount of science, isn't there? Incredible.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the real thing I've learned. It's an incredible kind of knowledge.
But you get to know all about gas and all that. That's all part and parcel of...
But it's geology as well, isn't it?
Yeah. And faults, that you get faults in mining. You know, you could hit a fault and so suddenly you'd be tunnelling down a tunnel, then all of a sudden that tunnel then starts going up an hill. You know, maybe 50 metres up an hill. And you're following that seam of coal. That coal split.
Wow.
So you've got to find it again. So you've got surveyors down there who are telling you where to go. You know, they're telling you which way this tunnel's heading.
Yeah.
They're directing you to coal, to the seam.
Interesting to hear how they do their job.
It's clever.
How they work that out.
They do it, well, you know, because, I mean, they use theodolites, but you need lights, so they have guys using the cat lamp beam. And what they're directing this tunnel to make sure you're heading in the right direction. And what they do when it's central, because it's an arch, you've seen them down underground at the arch, they paint a white line on the centre of the arch. That means that roadway's smack in the centre. And the next ring, you know, that's got to be in centre of that one. But in time, you start going off centre. And they might only come round every once a week or every twice a week. And sometimes that line can end up outside here. So you've gone off that far. So you've got to fetch that roadway back central again. And you've got to get all water to them parts at mine. Air. Because all these machines run off air or electric. Cables everywhere. And we were 4 miles from that pit bottom.
4 miles.
Do you know Doncaster?
Well, I'm getting to know it better every day.
Do you know down near Yorkshire Outlet, do you know that shopping centre?
Yeah.
We were right down there.
Really?
From Edlington.
Underneath that?
Under British Ropes, yeah.
British Rope?
Do you know British Ropes? Bride and Wire?
Yeah.
Car Hill? Right under there.
God.
And Mark and Main Colliery at Armthorpe went out towards Doncaster DRI, you know, hospital.
Yeah.
They had to go round that, leave a pillar of coal underneath it. They couldn't mine underneath it because there was too much weight above it. So they had to go round it.
God.
And you can't just mine anywhere, you've got to mine where they say you can. You hit other people's boundaries, what they call boundaries.
Yeah.
So you can't mine into another pit's coal.
God, it gets very complicated.
And most mines have what they call an egress. That's an escape route out. If your shaft's ever caved in, you've got another way out. And Yorkshire Mains were Maltby Colliery. So they're a tunnel underground from Edlington to Maltby.
God. And they're all still there.
Oh, they'll all be there. And all that mining machinery's still down there.
Yeah.
Thousands of tons of mining machinery that they couldn't get out, it's all there.
Incredible.
And all them pit bottoms, because in them pit bottoms, some of them are really big. They're all brickwork and concrete, so they'll not have caved in. They'll all still be there. You know what I mean?
Mm.
If you could get down and have a look.
God, it'd be amazing.
And that Yorkshire, you see, you've been to Yorkshire Mining Museum,
Yeah.
Cap House.
Mm.
Well, I was talking to a guy there because I've took my grandkids, and they were telling you could walk from there to Barnsley underground.
God.
To different pits, you know.
It's mind-blowing. Absolutely bonkers.
It's all gone now, isn't it?
So you were doing you were fixing the tunnels and all the debris. And
Yeah,
you were-
repairing tunnels, yeah.
So how big was your crew, as it were?
Three man.
3 of you.
Yeah, 3 man.
And your tools were
Pick and a shovel.
pick and shovel.
Sometimes we had a machine, but most of the time just pick and shovel. And yeah.
And is it a case of each job is completely different, or is it very similar?
Yeah, it's quite repetitive, but you've got the hazards all the time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what you're doing every day, and you're only advancing a metre every day.
Really?
Yeah. That's as far as, you know. These arches we call them rings.
Yeah.
So you were doing a ring every shift. There's three pieces to it, 2 legs and what you call a bow or a crown. And we'd set that every day, so we're advancing a yard every day. But if there's 3 shifts, that's 3 yards a day.
Yeah.
And there's usually 3 shifts on.
And these
so
are the tunnels.
These are the tunnels
that feed.
that feed.
guys
Feed,
through the-
yeah, they've got to get to face or get back out front face on it. And they'd caved in, and we were just like repairing them.
Or were you rebuilding, making your new ones, or was there another team doing?
No, that were another team that'd do that. Be Edding team.
Heading
Yeah,
to. So what was your team called again? Sorry.
back rippers.
Back rippers.
You'd have rippers. That'd be on the heading the new tunnels out, and heading teams. Then you'd have a back ripper like me, who were repairing the tunnels when they all caved in. Because it used to don't just come from top; it comes from floor as well.
Yeah, it used to buckle.
Lift up, yeah,
Yeah.
floor lift.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Then you have to get a big machine in to dig it all out. And
Was
that machine's run up that bucket like they call them Einkoff buckets or an Hauser Dinter bucket, and that will run off a air supply.
God.
And the air supply was that big, and you had to stand behind it with a rope. When he drove forward, you used to go, and when he coming back, big Caterpillar tyres, you had to pull that bagging, we call them baggings, airlines, out its way. But you can imagine force that's going through that machine to drive like a mini digger.
Yeah.
Pipes were that big, you know, and they had to be chained together, because if that ever come apart, that'd be flaying about, you know, horrendous. People get killed by it. So yeah, very dusty, very hot, and very dangerous at times.
So obviously to see the floor move back up was a very common.
Yeah, yeah.
Almost every day that was
Yeah,
happening?
yeah. And you get in some pits or some seams where you get lots of water as well.
Yeah.
So you're paddling about in water all day and it's dripping onto your front roof. It's terrible, and that's no worse than that. It's bad enough it being hot. You've only got a pair of underpants on, or just a pair of shorts. That's all you wear. Of course, you've got your helmet on, but it's that hot. You can't have. You know, it can be freezing upstairs. It can be snowing, but down there it's 90 degrees. You know.
90 degrees.
Oh yeah, it's baking hot. And you know, you could see a bit of newspaper on the floor. You might see a corner of it, and dust has got settled on it. You know, there might have been an explosion. They're setting detonators off, you know, blasting face, and when that comes all down, what they call return, where we worked, if you had a newspaper on it, it'd just be covered in black dust, you know. It was that bad, you know. You could see all beams of light off your camp lamp. You were choking at times. That's why people chew tobacco, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Keeps your mouth moist.
But you don't seem to have suffered any respiratory.
Well, I do suffer with chest infections, and I've got asthma, so I suppose that's all been part and parcel of it. But yeah, I haven't got. I mean, my wife's dad, he had emphysema, you know. Oh. He only had one lung, and he worked at Yorkshire. He worked at Markham, and it killed him in finish, you know. But yeah, but I still love working down there, you know. It's dangerous, and most people did. It were a brilliant place to work. Good, you know. You knew everybody. Everybody lived in village, and you socialised with them, and it was just a way of life. And that's all gone, sort of thing, you know. I mean, a lot of these pit villages have been decimated by it all, but.
God, yeah.
I suppose that's progress, though, you know.
That's the theme of the whole thing, really. It's a very common observation, as it were.
But we've diversified. We've gone into other things, you know. So
your second. How long did your second sojourn last in the mines?
Not long. I was there about 3 years, something like that. And then my brother-in-law was a foreman on railway, and he said the recruiting guys at railway, they wanted staff, so I decided to go and change career. I went on working on railway.
Okay.
I was there for 17 years and got made redundant.
And what did you do in the railway?
Well, I just started off as a labourer, ended up as a bricklayer, trained as a bricklayer.
Bricklayer on the railway?
Yeah, oh, that sounds a bit...
Transferable skills?
Oh yeah, then I went to... I worked in maintenance department, so we covered all workshops, you know, where they repaired all locos and wagons, all that sort of thing. Then I got made redundant 3 times in 3 years.
Oh God, how come?
I know. Well, I just went from one railway works to another, and they were only like temporary basis. You mean I might be there for 15 months, something like that, then got laid off again. And then I thought, I've had enough of this. You can't carry on like this. Got a mortgage and all that.
Oh, it's stressful.
5 kids and...
5 kids?
Yeah.
5 kids?
Yeah.
God, mining people usually come from families of 5 kids, but you've got 5 kids.
I'm one of 8.
You're one of 8?
My mum had 10 kids. She had 25 grandkids.
You're one of 8. How was that? Let's just talk about that first.
I was youngest of 8, so...
Really?
They all said I had a good life because, you know, they said they had it rough when they were kids, you know.
Wow.
Used to drink out of jam jars, they tell me.
Really?
Couldn't afford cup sauce, so they couldn't afford cups.
Where was this?
This is when I lived in Barnsley. When
Barnsley.
my dad, I say my dad was a miner, but he died. My dad died quite young. He was only 43 when he died.
Jeez, so your mother was left with 8 kids?
No, a lot of them were grown up. There were 1, 2, 3, 4 of us left. But she went out to work. She started working, and I think that's where we got his work ethic from my mum. You know, she was a grafter.
Mm.
In fact, she worked for Mackintoshes, you know, sweets.
Yeah.
Can you remember them before they become Nestle or
Right.
Nestles, whatever you call it? But we lived in Barnsley, and she used to travel away to Halifax every day.
Good God.
Set off at 6 in the morning, not coming back till 6 at night. So,
I know your family's still alive, the brothers and
no,
sisters?
no, I've got 2 sisters left. And they're 80, one's 86 and one's 84.
Wow.
Yeah, but all the rest of them have all died on. But yeah, they had big families then, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
My wife's 1 of 7, so
Good God. And you've got 5?
I've got five kids, 10 grandkids. One up way.
Really?
I'll get to a football team,
Yeah.
definitely.
I expect to be one on the way for quite a while.
Yeah, yeah. Well, my youngest is 30, and they've just had one, so I reckon they'll have another couple, so might get to 15. Cost me a fortune. That's why I'm still working.
I can't even imagine it. So what are you working at now then?
I only work 2 days now. I'm phased retirement.
Oh yeah, so you're a caretaker in...
Caretaker, yeah.
Yeah.
Council.
Is that fun?
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Absolutely love my job.
You can tell actually.
I've been there 17 years, and
17 years?
yeah. And it's the first time I've ever worked with women in my life.
Oh God, of course.
Because I've always been in a male environment.
Well,
Work,
that's interesting in itself, isn't
and
it?
I love them. They're really nice to work for. You know. Yeah. Women, because my mates, so I go out drinking with them. They say, "Oh, how do you get on with women and women boss?" I'm not having a woman telling me what to do and all that.
Really?
They're lovely.
I say, I mean, it's a bit dated view on life, isn't it?
Yeah. But they're still, you know. But no, I have no problem with it. Wife tells me what to do, so what's...
So it's a kind of a care, it's not a care home, it's a...
No, it's a children's centre.
Children's centre.
Yeah, but we were called children's centres now. They used to be show starts,
Oh, okay.
if you remember them.
Yeah.
Then they become children's centres. Now they're called family hubs. Same thing. But I look after 3, one in Bentley, one at Askin and one at Woodlands, Adwick.
And what does that involve exactly?
Well, all health and safety things, you know, testing of all the lights, the water systems, fire alarms, all security, that sort of thing, you know. It's general day-to-day running at centres, you know, that, you know, very, very popular, and lots of people coming to them all the time, so lots of things to do, repair things, and
So it sounds like you're doing a bit of everything.
yeah, it is, that's what it is, and that's what I like about it, because it's different every day,
Yeah.
and you're meeting different people every day as well. Lots of professional people who use that
But you're only
centre.
doing 2 days a week, so.
Yeah, I do now. Wednesday and a Thursday. So I'm trying to wind down, trying to full stop. But
So today, you have to take a day off today?
no, I'm at work today.
Oh really? What, did you do a shift or something?
No, so 8:30 till 5.
Oh okay.
So
Oh hang on, 8:30 at night?
8:30 in the morning till 5.
But today's Thursday, so you should be there.
Yeah, I've come out.
Oh, you're in a long lunch?
They owe me some hours anyway.
Oh, well done. Well, hurry up then.
They owe me plenty of flexi time, so
You told me you're having your portrait done.
yeah, they were couldn't believe it. I said, "Oh, he's going modelling." I said, "I'm not modelling." So how many is there of these then?
In the end, there'll be 40.
40.
About 40. I think I've done about 45. Wouldn't that be the case?
There's 6 more to do.
6 more to do, and I think we've got a couple that weren't from them. When we first started, we got a few characters who weren't from Doncaster Mines.
Right.
So when I modelled them and realised they weren't eligible. So that was a
Right.
bit of a downer. But so
In fact, I can authenticate.
oh good. We need the authentication. Is that a check? Fantastic. 700 Yorkshire made.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
That's you coming out at pit check. That's to see I've come out. You had two. You had one for going underground, one for coming out. Then you had your pay check as well. And you just go to a window every morning, just ask for that 700. Then they give you them 2 checks, and off you'd go to get changed and ready for work.
Yeah.
I kept mine.
Yeah.
Bit of history.
It is.
I handed it down to one of my grandsons. Because I'm telling them now all about me past, and you know I've done a bit of a family history tree and all that, and because they're not interested now, but in years to come when they get older they'll think, oh, I want to do me, so I've got it all sort of written down, so they've got a bit of an idea, they'll have a bit of a start, you know.
Yeah. Very good. Well, one of them's going to be interested, aren't they? There's always one.
Well, yeah, I'd have thought nowadays people are into that sort of thing, aren't they? It's all advertised on telly and that, so. And that's all owned by Mormon Church, you know that.
Sorry?
It's all owned by Mormon Church.
What
You know that Find My Past and Ancestry.com?
Oh, is it?
That's Mormons, that.
Is it? Do Mormons have an interest in that sort of thing?
Yeah.
Why?
They own 4.5 billion birth certificates.
Really?
Yours is there, yours is there, theirs is there. In Salt Lake City in a mountain.
Why?
Well, that's their religion. I've been to Salt Lake City.
Have you?
Did a road trip last year in States and went there, and you go in there, call it Family History Museum. You don't have to be a Mormon, and they do all your ancestry free of charge.
Really?
Took mine back to 17 summit, you know,
Really?
and they've got 4.5 billion birth certificates. They've got all your details in that mountain in Utah.
Wow. So where do they end up? Where do you end up in 17 whenever? Where's your family?
Well, as I say, back to Barnsley and
What, in 17?
early 1800s. My great granddad, he worked at a pit called Church Lane, which is Dodworth in Barnsley, and he used to. He walked every day. He walked 3 mile there and 3 mile back. And, you know, this is before transport, only horse and carts, and he never went out of Barnsley in his life.
Really?
And then I found out that
This is
me-
your great-granddad?
yeah, my great-great-granddad wife, she came from Goole.
Yorkshire.
And I don't know, how that were in like early 1800s, so how she got from Goole to Barnsley, I don't know, and I don't know why, but she did, because I mean, there were no transport then, were there?
No.
Only stagecoaches and horses, and they wouldn't have been able to afford anything like that, so how they got there, I don't know, but
Walk, I suppose.
yeah, yeah. Sleeping ditches and things like that.
So this is your great-grandmother
Yeah,
and your great-grandfather. How do you know
Yeah.
this information? Is it just something...
this is all on that online, what I've got
so
from,
you get their kind of lifestyle,
yeah.
what they're doing.
Yeah, and I say I knew me. Well, it's all, I've got all the evidence. I've got all the birth certificates, and it says, you know, me great granddad was a coal miner, coal ewer. And tell him which colliery we're at, and my granddad and my dad, and so I know all that, and I've got it all in at home, all that. So when they come to start following that history, they'll be able to pick up on that, you know what I mean? I've started them a little bit so they can... Yeah, it's very interesting once you start going back into it, you know. And your names and all that, all... And my wife, she did hers, like, when we went... this guy took me and another guy took my wife in this Mormon thing, We're in there about 4 hours.
Really?
Yeah. Fascinating it was. You have to pay for it normally if you're here, but they'll do it for free, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
So what's their incentive to do
I don't know. I think some parties, I think they want, you know, I think they're very, very family orientated, you know what I mean? And I think they like to think that, you know, they want to let you know where you come from sort of thing.
So it's quite benign, it's quite benign, isn't it?
Yeah. There's nothing untoward, I don't think. But, yeah, I'm not bothered, you know, find out where I come from.
And did you go there for that reason?
No, we're just doing a road trip in States.
How was that?
Oh, brilliant.
Did you have what do you call RV?
No, I didn't have an RV. We stopped in hotels, but I've done about a dozen.
Really?
Yeah,
What,
yeah.
in America? Or just
Yeah, America. Love it. We love it. We love Utah. It's an amazing place. I love driving solo. That's all. It's spotless, absolutely spotless, clean city. You've never seen a city like it. Oh, unbelievable. There's not a speck of dust on the floor. It's something like 78% Mormon Utah.
Really?
Yeah. But they're not stuffy like, you know, a lot of people think they are, you know. Only thing is you get trouble having a drink if you like a drink.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a dry state.
So what does your wife do? What does she do?
Well, she's a cleaner now,
So what's
but
Monday to 5 for a start?
yeah, she's a cleaner at a gym. But she used to work in office in a place called Crompton Parkinson's, which is up weekly there. It's called somewhat lighting now, I think it's. She works in. I've gone back to work in the last 15 years, so because she didn't want to go to work and have, you know, leave kids, so that's what we did. But we fetched 5 kids up and they've all done well. 3 of them haven't been to uni, and one of my sons got a master's degree.
Really?
And 2 of my sons they've got their own business. So yeah, they've done something right somewhere. It's not with money. People, when you tell you how long you've been married, you've been married all that time. I said, yeah, you know. So where are you from then? You're not from Donny then, I think.
Suffolk in East Anglia.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
We're down the other year.
Really?
Southwold.
That's right, that's near where I am.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful, that place. I don't know why I've never been there before.
It's got very touristy.
My eldest son lives in London, you see.
Oh, okay.
Well, a place called Thamesdit in southwest London, Surrey. And he went there on holiday. He says, oh, you want to take my mum down to this place called Southwold? They'd been on a week's holiday there. We went down and, oh, beautiful.
The beer?
Yeah, been there.
Yeah, Adams Brewery.
Oh, you mean that? Yeah, I thought. Sorry, no, Beer. There's a place
no,
called Beer.
yeah.
That's in Dorset.
Beer, yeah.
No, Beer. There's a place called Beer in
Oh, is it
Dorset.
right? Yeah, yeah. We walked through that actually. No.
But I have been. Yeah, is it Adnams? Did you say?
Yeah.
And there's that little estuary outside of. You can get a little ferry across to that.
Yeah.
There's a village at the other side.
Yes. Yeah, we've got to that. Walberswick. Yeah, Walberswick.
That's it.
And Southwold.
Yeah, because we went to. Is Beccles? Is that
That's
Suffolk?
Right. Yeah, that's right. Just on the border.
Yeah, you're not very warm people, are you?
No, they don't like saying hello.
No.
No, they keep themselves to themselves.
Yeah, they're a bit funny.
Yeah.
People from Suffolk.
They are. They keep themselves to themselves.
All the reason why I'm saying this, because we went to church in Beccles, beautiful church. I don't know if you've ever been. Lovely little market town.
Yeah.
And we're walking round, and this lovely guy in there showing us, and he says, "Have you noticed this tower on church? Big square turreted." I says, "No." I says, "I had a look up, but I says," he said, "Well, when you go back out, have a look. There's only 3 clock faces." I says, "Why is that?" He says, "Because we didn't want people over in Norfolk working in their fields, looking at what time it was. So they left one of them blank." Yeah, there's 3 clock faces, but one of them that faces Norfolk is blank.
Really? God, I never knew that.
And I thought, well, you're supposed to be church-loving people, and God, you know, yeah.
God.
So that's why I'm saying they're not very friendly.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a bit of a rivalry.
But yeah, absolutely gorgeous place, that Southwold.
Yeah.
It's like like an old English seaside town.
Yeah, right, yeah.
It hasn't got spoilt yet.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I live very close to that. You would have driven past my village of Yoxford it was called.
Oh, York. So do you still live there, or do you?
Yeah, I live there. I might have my studio in a place called Halesworth, which is very close to.
Yeah, it's lovely around there. I know, is Albury down there?
That's right, yeah. Yeah,
That's the festival, into the music
that's
festival.
big Benjamin Britten.
Benjamin Britten, yeah.
Yeah, it's quite cultural actually.
Yeah, it's a very nice part of the world. Then we drove past Great Yarmouth, and
Yeah. Different kind of fish.
That's a bit of a shock to the system. Hence we didn't stop there too long. Hour and we're gone. Is it coming on, is it?
Getting there, yeah. We've had a few breakthroughs. Slowly. Got another, I reckon we're halfway through.
Well, I recognise it when it's done. Oh, well, my kids do when they...
Most people seem to think that it is like it for them, their subject. I haven't had anyone so far that says...
So what are these turned into then? Are these into...
Bronze. They're going to bronze.
Bronze?
But you'll get a plaster. We get a plaster of them.
Right.
So we make a mould, and then we can get plasters, waxes, anything out of them. And the waxes we take out of that can get turned into bronze.
So what sort of wax is it then? Is it?
This is a kind of a petroleum modelling wax.
So eating it don't bother you then? It don't?
Well, I think I've got a bit of a headache today, actually.
Have
I think
you?
it's probably affected me today.
Ah. That's like the stuff we used to use underground, dynamite.
Yeah.
Powder, we used to... It's white, and it's like a bit like damp salt.
Mm.
And if you've been touching that, and you touch your forehead, you used to get a headache.
Really?
Mm. Yeah.
But usually, I don't think it is. I mean, I had a lot of wine last night.
Oh, well. No sympathy then if it's
So
self-inflicted.
it might be something to do with that.
Yeah.
You never know.
You're not a wine man, are you?
I do like a lot of wine, I have to
Do
admit.
you?
Yeah.
What colour? Any
A
colour?
red, I like a red.
Do you?
I like it deep, and I like it rich. You know, like a deep wine.
I'm not into wine. I don't mind a glass of white wine, or what do you call that? Zinfandel, is it? I don't mind. You'll probably turn your nose up at that stuff,
I
will
don't
you?
know, I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, it's top quality stuff from Morrison's.
All right.
£4.50.
Wow. That sounds good.
You'll spend more on neck at bottle for that one, won't you? Red wine. Is it claret? Is it?
No, I'm not a claret man. I don't know much about it, to be honest. But I do know I like a few grapes. I know there's a few grapes. I like a Malbec. I like a Primitivo. There's this incredible process I've discovered that's called a ripasso, where they have the old last year's grapes from the last year's vintage. It's all dried and it's put in a big vat, and they pour this year's wine through it. So you get this deepening flavour. I've got into that recently. So that's the one. I joined a wine club from a magazine.
My son does.
Yeah, it's called Naked Wine, and it's £45, and I thought, oh, that's good. And then I take £10 a month out of my account, and before you know it, you've built up 60 quid or something. And so I then choose. And you end up, having favourites.
Yeah, well, yeah. Do you tend to go back to the same ones?
Yeah, I do. I try and experiment, but you think sometimes you make a mistake. You think, oh, I could have had a nice bottle of wine.
I know that's what I'm like with wine. if you're drinking John Smith's or lager, you know what you're getting every time.
Yeah.
But with wine, oh, this is a nice one. You drink it, but then you go and get something different.
Yeah,
and
no,
it's not as
it's
nice.
not.
So what's?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I wouldn't have drunk it years ago. It's only as I've got older.
Well, it's a new kind of thing, really, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I had some at Christmas and I quite liked it, and I thought, oh, that's all right. And it's like a bit of a rosé type, you know. I'm not an expert. I don't know much about wine, so. But it were palatable, so.
So I imagine Christmases are quite a heavy do for you guys.
Oh yeah. Yeah, very.
Plan them from the summer onwards.
Well, wife does. I don't. I just give it money. And but the thing is now, most of the grandkids are quite well. Oldest one's 15, and just tend to give them money because they don't. You know, what can you get them? They've got everything, and I think they'd rather have money anyway. So. But yeah, everything. Not just Christmas, birthdays and holidays and.
So what do you do with your days off?
Well, I'm into cycling, so I like to get out on my bike. But my sons have got a business, and sometimes I go and help them quite a bit. You know, they get snowed under with work.
What sort of business is it?
They sell lighting, domestic and commercial lighting. So they've got a unit out at, well, they've got 3 units actually out at Roswington, Bankwood Trading Estate. So I go out there and help them. And sometimes I'll do deliveries out for them if they're local.
Because you like driving?
Yeah. And they think they're doing me a favour. They think they're doing me a favour. They don't pay me, that's what love. And one of my sons he says, well, you'll have to have an interview first, Dad. I says, yeah, all right. So yeah, it's full on basically all the time.
Oh,
but
brilliant.
I'm
like
not.
it like that.
Yeah, I'm not one for being sat about. I'm not into telly or. I'm not one for couch potato type thing.
He's a tough one, this one. Tough nut to crack.
Oh.
He's giving me a headache.
I know. I give me someone sometimes.
So your dad was a miner.
Yeah,
So, but he died at 47.
about 43, 44,
How old
something
were you
like that.
then?
Or 4.
4. So you got no real recollection of him in
No.
the mining.
No.
What kind of mining he did, or what his stories, or his.
Oh, I know about the stories and that, and you know, through war and because he was a reserve occupation, being a miner, but he was in home guard and things like that, and which coal mines he worked at, and he worked at about 3 or 4 in Barnsley. So yeah, I know where he worked and what he did and that. But I weren't. It's only what I've been told from my mum and my brothers and that, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wish it had still been. I missed all that, you know. All my brothers had it, but I missed all that.
Yeah. Was he a character then, by all accounts?
Oh, definitely. He liked to drink and he was character, all right. He once went through Woolworths Windsor in the middle of Barnsley on a motorbike. In winter, flying down this hill, and somebody wave shouted to him, and he's put his hand up like that, and next minute bike's off and he went back through Woolworths Windsor. Yeah, anyway. I think a lot of people were characters there. I don't.
Yeah.
It's just you know, we did things when we were kids that you can't do today, and you know, we used to swim in lakes, so I used to go bird nesting and,
That's actually a theme.
you know.
Even today, even I've had 2 people who said they were bird nesters. I think these poor
Oh.
birds.
1 hour.
Thank you.
Yeah, I used to love it. It's just, I don't know if you've ever been to Yorkshire Sculpture Park.
Yeah, I have. Is that where you hung out?
I lived about 4 or 5 miles from there. We used to walk to there when I was a kid.
Bretton?
At Bretton, before it was a sculpture park. There were no, the building was there, the house, but it weren't, I mean, is it something to do with Huddersfield University or something like that?
Maybe
A bit of a
Leeds?
campus or
Yeah.
someone,
It might
anyway.
be, actually, yeah.
There were no sculptures there, but that big lake was there, and I've swum to the middle of that island when I was about 9 years old,
Really?
to a bird's nest in my underpants,
What sort of bird was it?
and got dried on grass. Or an hanky, if you had an hanky, you just get dried with hanky. And I tell my wife, she says, just listen to your granddad here talking about, I swam to the island in the middle, a grebe's nest,
Grebes. Wow.
and I put egg in my mouth and swum all the way back to
Really?
it. But that's what you did. All kids did that. It was no, just part and parcel of growing up. It's just,
Always left an egg in the nest, I suppose.
oh yeah, you always leave one. Yeah, yeah. My
I asked
wife,
the
because
guy-
my wife always said to our kids and to your dad and your granddad, me, I were wild.
You were wild.
I were wild, but I don't think I was. Just a normal kid. Everybody did that, and I think she had a bit more of a sheltered life than me. And
What was your best egg?
I don't know. Mizzle thrush.
A missile thrush.
Have you heard of that? Mizzle thrush. Stormcock,
Because
called
Yeah.
stormcocks.
we, I've got
It's
we've
quite-
got Minsby in there, you see. So
They're quite rare. Then they're not. You don't
yeah,
see.
no, missile thrush. Song thrush is more.
Yeah, more common.
But missile thrush is.
Yeah, but yeah, lapwings, you know. But everybody used to have every kid on our estate had a shoebox full of flour with their eggs placed in it, or cotton wool,
God, right, yeah, flour.
stop them rolling about.
Yeah. I mean, even I had a little collection.
In
You blow them.
Blow them, yeah. Put a pin in top and bottom and just blow them.
Did you ever lose them that way?
Sometimes you get a swan's egg. Have you tried blowing a swan's egg?
No.
Oh, you'd fill a big soup dish up with it. But yeah, oh yeah.
Did you get into birds of prey? Did you have?
To be honest, there weren't that many, because you've got to realise then where I come from, in Barnsley, it was just like Doncaster had 10 pits, Barnsley had 50 or 60.
Gosh.
I mean, they used to say there used to be one on every street corner. They said if you ever wanted a centre forward out to play for Barnsley, shout down any pit shaft and you get one out. That's how common they were. And it was just full of all spoil heaps around, you know, they were everywhere. There were no greenery. There were no wildlife back in them days.
Really?
No, it was devoid of everything. It was just full of canals and barges. Everything was smoke, smog, everything was filthy. If you got 40 or 50 pits pumping in a small town, it's going to be covered in dust and muck, and that's just the nature. There used to be loads of magpies. I always seem to, but now, not many magpies, but now you see loads, don't you?
You see tons of magpies.
Even in towns you see them.
So when you say you're a country boy, the country was a different place.
Oh, that were our playground.
Yeah.
Used to go to woods and rivers and swim in rivers, and but you used to get river pit just up from us, a coal mine called North Cove, that were pumping all its effluent into river that we were swimming in.
God.
It weren't human effluent, it was water out at mine, do you know what I mean? Ochre water, red.
Really? From the iron.
That's iron. That's what it was called, ochre water, as we called it. And that was pumped into into River Dern, which runs through South Yorkshire.
The Red River.
I mean, now they get shot for pumping stuff like that into rivers.
Quite right.
Yeah, same as Don. That was up until about 20 odd years ago. It was most polluted river in the country because you got all steelworks, Sheffield pumping all their stuff into there, and it comes back through Doncaster, doesn't it? So it was devoid of any wildlife here. But now you've got fishing there, and well, for the last 20 odd years, 25 years. But yeah, I could write a book.
You should. Last go out in had done.
Yeah, I keep thinking about it. I keep thinking, you know.
I suppose if you're starting to record things for the grandkids, you know, and start to think.
Yeah. As I say, I know they're not interested now, but I went at their age, but at some point they will be. They want to know where they come from, or where did my dad come from, or my granddad, or what did he do. Like my wife's family, they come from Durham. They come down here because their pit's closed up there, and they come down to pits down here. And that's how they become, you know, that's how wife's down here, and she was born down here, like, but, you know, when mum and dad were from up Durham. And when he first come down here, he used to go home every weekend on a push bike.
What?
About that.
How do you do that?
Go on a Friday and come back on a Sunday on a push bike to Durham.
How far is that? 200 miles?
No, it's got to be 100. It's got to be 100 mile. It's 90 odd mile to Whitby from here, isn't it? 92 miles, so it's further than that. So it's got to be at least 100 mile. After a shift out pit.
Yeah.
Slept in edge bottoms or in barns, or
just to be at home.
Just to get back home to Durham, because there won't be any transport. There'd be buses, but they won't be able to afford it back in them days. You know what I mean? People could only just afford to live, never mind things like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I used to go every weekend. It'd be bad enough doing it in a car nowadays, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, I've got to drive back to Suffolk tonight, and I'm
Have
considering it to be a challenge, you know.
So you go down A1,
Down the A1.
M11,
I'll go to Cambridge, yeah. No, I'll go to A1,
A10.
Cambridge, A14, through Bury St Edmunds, that sort of thing. Get down that way.
How long does that take you?
On a good run, 3.5 hours.
I know when I go to my son's in London, I'm going down next weekend, and sometimes that's taking us 5 hours to get home. Horrendous.
It's just about traffic,
It's he lives just inside M25 at this place called Thames, near Kingston upon Thames. Near Hampton Court, I don't know if you've ever been to Hampton. He lives near there. And, it's just horrendous traffic. Horrendous. So how many of these a day would you do?
Doing 3 a day.
3?
So do 6 in a 2-day stint. But I didn't realise I could do it. I mean, I usually spend weeks doing a portrait head, you know.
But now you can...
Well, this is kind of a shorthand sketch.
Right.
Rather than a full-blown portrait. But they're a lot of fun. It's amazing how much information you can get in.
I suppose the more you do...
Yeah, well, the difficulty is getting complacent. It's keeping looking, making sure you do the right looking. You can just sort of...
So where did you train then? Where?
Well, I started at Lowestoft, near Southwold. I did my pre-foundation and stuff there. And then when I didn't go to sixth form or anything, I went straight out of school. And then I did a couple of years there and realised that art was my
thing. Yeah.
And then I went to Canterbury
to
do a degree. I ended up at the Royal College of Art. in London. And that's where I did bronze casting. And bronze casting is what saved me really. I could make a living. I built my own foundries. I started to cast the work of other sculptors as well as my own.
Oh, right.
And I could then supplement my income by casting. And that took the pressure off me having to sell sculptures, which would have inevitably ended up with me compromising my vision.
Yeah.
So with the bronze casting, I could carry on with my nurturing my style and my just learning really. It takes a lot of lifetime to learn.
Oh, I can imagine.
And so the bronze casting saved that. And now I still only have my own foundry and casting my own work, and I employ about 10 people now.
Oh.
So we've got
Very
big
good.
projects on the go. We've got projects like this. We're casting a 26-foot high man at the moment.
Right.
Big figure. So, as well as other projects and exhibitions. And I exhibit in Australia.
Yeah.
Go to Australia. Next year we'll be in Australia with a show. Sydney and Melbourne.
What about abstract art?
Yeah, I love it all. I don't do much of it. I mean, just sometimes my work's
It's just that I don't get it. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
I appreciate, you know, when you see a figure, whether it's bronze or stone or whatever, I can appreciate that. But this, you know, like we was talking about Yorkshire Sculpture Park. What's it called? He's from Yorkshire, isn't it, Guy?
Henry Moore.
Henry Moore, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Then there's that other one in Wakefield, that woman.
Barbara Hepworth.
That's it, the Hepworth Gallery.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Really?
No. And I'm not saying they're not talented, but it's not my.
Just shapes.
And it's like that Trey Semyon and an unmade bed and
Yeah.
that block of bricks, you know. And
Yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult.
then I went to Tate Modern, and there was a great big thing in there, and it were all these wrought iron beds.
Oh.
I don't know if you've ever seen it, all stacked on top of each other.
Oh, is that Kiefer? Well, probably
I can't remember who did it.
German guy.
It was weird. I thought, I don't understand it. Then there was another one. I don't know if you've been to that Tate Modern.
Oh, yeah.
In that big hall, they got one. It was like a square box that you went in. It was dark and it was massive inside. It was like a funnel basically,
Yeah.
and you couldn't see the back of it. When you were walking towards it, you couldn't see it back. When you turn around, you can see daylight. But when you're walking that way, and I thought, well, probably not educated enough to get it. But see a guy in London, you know, some, I don't know, Wellington or on an horse, I can get that, but
Yeah.
I just don't get that modern stuff.
Well, it's horses for courses, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's my
We're
world.
all different, aren't we?
It's my world, yeah. It's ideas.
Yeah, I suppose it's thinking behind it, and it's not always a subject, is it?
No.
What do you think to Banksy then? Or?
It's great. Brilliant, yeah. How he keeps on going with our original ideas and incredible, really. It's enormous. I mean, the fact that he's worth. I mean, he made the other day. You know, people buy his work.
Yeah, well, he did side of a garage somewhere, didn't he,
Yeah.
on some breeze block, and
But I think he made a piece of art that self-destructed, and I think it
Oh,
did it
yeah,
in the auction as they were selling
that,
it.
yeah.
Very clever.
And then there's is it Damien Hirst?
I think there's room for everybody,
Yeah,
and I love it for that. You don't get it all, but some people do. I could go abstract here if you like.
yeah. Well, might be an
Maybe I should do that.
Maybe it might be an improvement.
Maybe next time we have a no show, I'll do an abstract head. The idea of the person. I'll have to look at your mouth for a while, I'm afraid. You have to stop. You're going to have to shut up. Otherwise, the mouths are always vague because people are always talking.
Well, you told me to talk, so...
Some of these heads get quite big. Some stay quite small. You recognise yourself yet?
Vaguely. There's a resemblance there.
Vaguely. Damned with faint praise.
I let other people judge.
Got to keep moving. You must keep moving. Always keep moving. It's a bit annoying. I've brown wax in there now. Got a black eye now.
like I've just come out of pit, put some eyeshadow on me.
Yeah, that's true, isn't it? You used to have these
Yeah.
eyelashes.
Everybody used to,
The women used to like
yeah,
them.
my wife did. She says, oh, your dad's got his mascara on.
Excuse me. Hello. How often do you do cycling?
Oh, 4 or 5 days a week. If I
Really?
can, yeah.
What sort of mileage do you do? Durham?
No, 20 mile a day if I go out.
God. What part of a club?
No. I did London to Brighton when I was 60
Really?
with my 3 of my sons. Yeah, it's good. About 20,000 do it. I know. You can't get going. You're like outside M25 before you can get any sort of speed up, you know what I mean? Because that many people doing it. Yeah, it was very good.
I lost one of my employees for 6 weeks because he did the Dunwich to London Dynamo, it's called, the nighttime
All right, yeah,
Southwold,
yeah.
and fell off and broke his collarbone.
Oh,
So I lost him for 8 weeks.
yeah. I mean, I've been off a few times, but I've touched wood, no breaks, just grazes and cuts. Thing is, it happens that quick. There's no what you can do about it. You know what I mean? That happens that fast. It's just time you realise what's happened, you don't fall. So, but yeah, I love it.
Have you always done it?
Yeah, nearly all my life I've got 5 bikes at the moment. I'm trying to get rid of a few because why keep saying no, not another bike. Keep buying bikes. But yeah. Especially now the weather's picking up, so
Yeah.
get out a bit more of that. I go out in winter as well, as long as it's not raining, I'll get wrapped up, you know. Do you cycle or?
Yeah, well, I got my bike. My son took my bike and it got nicked.
It's exactly the same.
Yeah, so
I bought this brilliant bike. My son went on it to the gym. Left it outside gym, you know, locked up, but I'd had it a week. Brand new, and it went.
yeah. So I lost my license last year, so I was borrowing my son's bike to get around, which I didn't mind actually.
No, I love it.
It was quite a nice change in life.
Yeah,
Just to cycle to train stations and get to where I needed to be.
yeah.
And any journey I took in a car was basically a social one. Everyone gave me lifts, and you end
Yeah,
up never being by yourself in a vehicle. It's quite interesting. I'm quite happy with driving again.
yeah. Well, does make life easier, I suppose. But yeah, I love biking. So are you going to do these in your foundry then, or?
Yeah. It costs too much otherwise. That's the bomb. I'm amazed at how much things cost. A life-size head in a normal foundry would cost about £1,500 to cast
Oh,
nowadays.
We've got 25 minutes left.
25. It's the generation game bit.
hmm?
Get it done. Generation game now.
Yeah. Goodly tight, and
Cheers. Pleasure. Teacher told me to come in,
all right.
do their bit. It's a amazing sculptors working in the college. You must go and have a look.
Right. I mean, you know, like you went to college and all that to do, it's not something you can teach, is it?
No.
You've,
I didn't learn this bit.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's something you've got into it, you can't.
Yeah. I think so. This I've worked out over the years. Or my version of how to do things, you know.
Yeah. So will these, or this one of mine, will this actually get used or?
Yes, it'll be in the sculpture, it'll be in the...
Will it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
You'll be
brilliant.
permanently...
Fixed in, is it bronze, did you say?
It's going to be bronze, and then it's all going to be set in stone.
Right.
Did you see the exhibition?
Yeah, in town, yeah, yeah.
It's going to be a large version of that.
And where's it going to be placed? Outside
still,
Civic?
It's still debatable, no. It's
Oh,
on the
right.
Clock Corner,
All right.
or the market. Yeah.
Because I don't know if you're aware, as I say, because I come from Barnsley originally, I still got my sisters and that, my nephews and nieces over there, I go over, and I get paper. And there's a sculptor in Barnsley, call him Ibbotson, Graham.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Have you heard of him?
Yeah.
And he does quite a few.
Yeah, yeah.
And he did one of Dickie Bird, you know Dickie Bird, the umpire?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you've seen the pose. He's got his flat cap on and his jump around the waist when and he's got one finger up like that, you know. And what they put him on a plinth outside college in Barnsley. They've had to raise the plinth because people keep putting things on his finger, you know, like knickers or Durex
Really?
or something, you know. Yeah.
Brilliant.
I thought, well, that were a bit of a wrong place to put that, and straight outside college, and you know, within easy reach.
Yeah, perfect. But it's affection, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's people that enjoy themselves. It's
Yeah.
not like it's a hated thing.
Oh no.
It's not a big price to pay, is it?
No.
Boozy night out. Comes trouble. Yeah, again, bugging me.
Good.
Alright?
Yes, I think it's a good one. Yeah, we're all right. I think we've got, he's not impressed, but, what the hell.
I think it takes a lot to impress him. He's one of them, like,
He's one of them
he'll
artists.
go out and tell everyone how amazing it is, but how reclined is this chair?
No, this one doesn't say, yeah.
Chav cows.
Definitely, it's definitely him. 100%. Really?
Sorry.
Could you pick me out?
Yeah, definitely.
Like looking in the mirror now, that.
It's very interesting at the exhibition when we had it. We had what, 20 heads, and all my staff had been working on them. So they'd all been metal finishing their heads and mould making them. Got to know the people, you know.
Yeah.
And then they came to the exhibition, and they met all the real blokes. You know, it was they were really quite taken by it. They felt they knew them. It was very. It was an interesting exhibition because all the subject matter came to the exhibition. Very strange. And it's did the same when we opened up the whole thing.
And when is it next? Is it next year? Did you say? Or?
Kind of.
In the spring, yeah.
Just print all the tickets off, Anna. You're sat next to me on the plane. No, not really. I'm flying it.
Give it the old. It really creases. 65, you say. Let's get a 65-year-old's face on there.
Not until April.
Not to make Is that when you get a bus pass and stuff?
Yeah. No, you don't get it till. I don't get it till October. Get a pension in October, and I get my bus pass in October. You don't get it when you're 65. You've got to.
You'll wait till a year.
Well, it's rolling all the time, isn't it? So like when you guys get older, might be.
112.
Yeah. If there's all left.
Yeah, 112 before we can retire.
How many more minutes did you say?
You've got 13.
How many?
13.
13?
Yeah.
I thought you said 5. That's all right. Better than I expected. I rushed that bit.
Oh. Yeah, didn't make me look as good.
When are you thinking for another sitting, Laurence?
Well, you were talking about end of April, early May, weren't you? The last one.
Is it the last?
Mm. You'll be pleased to know. Out of your hair at last.
I might have a clean floor.
I'm going to bring my scraper. Sort that out.
The cleaner, I said to him, I said, look, if you can get around to it, I scraped it all off, I said, if you can get around to it, then brilliant. And Tuesday, he said, oh, I'm glad I've caught you. He says, can I buff all the floor in the studio? He says, I can finally get it all sorted for you this morning. I've got everything I need to do it. I was like, to be honest, mate, there's absolutely no point. It's in tomorrow morning. So then we're back to the state again.
Oh, terrible.
that was funny because he must have come in on the Thursday morning, and obviously he's got no idea what happened. And I was trying to explain to him, like, yeah, he said, I didn't think what the hell's going on in there because there's like 3 heads just floating in a bucket. So I was like, yeah, without context, it is quite strange actually.
It seems strange in context.
Football's like 8:30, I totally forgot. Mistake.
What, your kids or you?
Me.
You're playing.
Gonna try, yeah.
I play on a Thursday night as well.
Where do you play?
What, as in location or
Yeah,
position?
location.
I think he's booked for Adwick tonight.
Oh. Play for a team or?
No, he used to, and then life gets in the way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That was
My
life.
son plays for Bawtry Town
Oh yeah,
and Rosso All Saints.
and many battles with Rosso over the years.
He's played all of. He's played for Wheatley, Bowlby.
How old is he?
37.
Still going strong.
Mm.
My back was done at 25.
Well, he's got a real bad knee. Had a right bad injury. A few telling me he won't play anymore. Had a medial ligament. Had a right bad leg for ages. And he went back too early. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was watching him. I thought he broke it. Well,
One of my best mates, he snapped his cruise ship. Me and him were tackling this player. We went in, it just sounded like something got
Yeah.
stick and broke.
that's
it.
just
Like,
how it looks.
he
Well,
just went, he just thought,
wow.
what was that? And he just went, ow. And then that was it then. Absolute agony. I couldn't believe how loud it was. It like literally was like,
Yeah, you can hear it, can't you? When
oh, and felt it. Like, 'cause obviously we'd got in together.
yeah, he's still playing. Still plays. can see it now, Laurence.
Can you? There you go. All seems wrong to me all the time.
Is it?
Never have no time. No time for reflection.
No, well,
Can't just sit back and think about it. And just work out where it's going wrong. High octane supermodeling.
well, I'm amazed you've done so much in so little time. Can't believe how it's...
Done, is it? Oh, there you go.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Brilliant.
Lovely, thank
good.
you.
There you go.
Brilliant. Can I take a photo
Yeah,
of
yeah,
it?
no, take loads of them. Yeah,
I mean, can I take
Yeah.
one on my phone?
yeah.
Do you want to be in it?
Sorry?
Do you want to be in it?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, very good.
It's quite big, not that much smaller than your head, really.
Not big, so not big yet.
Yeah, I think we got there actually.
Yeah, I think it looks good.
That's a good one. That's just this light.
Yeah, it's good.
I should work on
I can't believe what you've done in such a short space of time. It's amazing.
Problem is you hold it there all the time, so the mouth constantly gets narrow.
Mm.
You constantly want to broaden, get the width.
There you go.
Oh, do you want to take a picture of your shutter as well? Yeah,
Oh, right, yeah.
I did as well.
Cool. Very good.
Yeah, have your photo.
It's nearly as bad as having your portrait done.
Sorry? Oh, no,